I've got 83 tabs open on my phone. Where's my chat? Oh, it's so many tabs. I really need to close them. There's way too many. You're the good one or you're the naff one? Come on, Restream. Stop loading us. No, that's the bad one. That's the good one. Oh, I should really get rid of some notifications here. It should be there. Oh, okay. I'll open a new one. The chat app. Open a browser. There we go. Phone's not on low power, so shouldn't turn itself off. Like it likes to do. Don't end stream, that would be bad. Kind of breaks the purpose. That works. That works. Nothing is in self-imploding. Which is always a bad day. What? No. Why are you turning yourself? Why do you turn yourself? Oh, I need to spill my cup of tea. Oh, that would have been bad. Oh. Okay, now my sound working. There we go. My sound wasn't working for whatever reason. Why it wasn't working, I do not know. I hate the sound. It just doesn't work 90% of the time. Okay, sounds like I need to boost it a bit. There you go, boost. There, I think that's better. Let's see, can I listen to that? Maybe too loud. That's too loud, I need to lower it a bit. Let's go to 3. 3 should be good. Or 3.5. Or 4. That should be better now. Hopefully. I really hope something cursed happens today. Ah, I see. I got follow from Sizzling Slime. Wonder who that is. Okay, I think nothing is self-imploding yet. I think that's good. Everything working? Great game. Great name. It is a great game. Like a great name. I can't read. I'm really in the wrong game. I'm playing a game that revolves around reading and I can't read. Oh, I forgot how loud this is. Why is it so loud? Okay, let me lower my mic. It's a bit loud. It's peaking a bit. There you go. Let me actually lower the game audio because this is way too loud. The menu music is kind of quiet and then it goes bloody loud. You can think of it as practicing. I suppose that's one way to think about it. Me and words do not work. I cannot do the words. Yet I got quite good in my English exam. I don't know how that works. By the way, what are you doing after the festival? Anything fun? Nope, haven't really planned that far ahead. I'm not great at doing that anyway. I'm kind of hoping we finish early so I can have the rest of the day off, to be honest. So, what you're trying to say is that you want to go home and sleep, right? Look, oh, look how many students there are. How many clubs are having their own little event today? Yeah, just completely changed the subject. What a tactical change of topic that was. Our school is in sight and there's a lot of students milling around. It's a little strange to think there's so many fellow students around, yet I've been feeling lonely. Yeah. Yeah, our card is a bit weird. Or at least before joining the club. Yeah, the club is a place of unholy, horrific horrors that is yet to take place. Times like these make me grateful for Sayori who told me about the club in the first place. You would not be grateful if you knew what happened. I don't know, probably quite a few. By the way, what's up? Just want to say, no matter how the festival goes, I'm grateful for what you told me and let me join. It looks pretty serene so far. Don't let... If I've done anything, is that it does that, and then her untold horrors happen. And from what I've been told, there's a lot of untold horrors in this. I've had a lot of fun so far. And plus, it's making it look so nice and happy, which just tells me something bad's gonna happen. I scratched the back of my head nervously as Sayori cozy looks at me. I've never been good at expressing myself, and it probably shows. I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you. Thank you. It's been so fun being able to spend time with you again. It takes me back. You don't have to thank me for anything. I've enjoyed it too. After all, it would be lovely if things go back how they used to. How they used to? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Strange choice of words. What could she mean by this? You know exactly what she means. Except our character is quite blind. As we enter the courtyard and make our way to the meeting room, she breaks out the silence by giggling. Something funny? I've just thought of a way to steal one of Natsuki's cupcakes without realizing. You sure that's a good idea? Natsuki might be little, but you know better than I do that she can be fiery. Oh, don't worry about that. She might seem a bit mean on the outside, but she's harmless. Don't let her fool you. Well, rather her and me. Yeah, that seems like a death sentence. Echo, sorry. It's good to see you. Ooh, I like this music. You want to give me a hand? Place some booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. See, last time... Are you saying they're going to turn it into a horrible monster or something? Probably. Because last time, on this day, there was Stabby in the chest, and Sayori was hanging around. So, it gets messed up. Well, it's placed some booklets on each of the desks, and they must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online and thought Monica would like it and submitted it. That's the one I'll be performing. Hey, you guys want to check out the pamphlets? They came up really nice. Yeah, sure. It'd be cool if you actually saw it. Oh yeah, they really did. They look pretty. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, that's what I thought so too. Flip through the pages, each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I reckon it's a girl's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. Just then, Natsuki burst into the room carrying a box that positively towers over her. Each has them behind, carrying a rolled-up banner and a large duffel bag. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty early. Yeah, sorry for being the last one here. I'm glad that some preparation is already underway though. It should take less time to set everything up this way. Yes, work hard. Unpacks her box to reveal a tray of cupcakes stacked carefully on top of each other. Echo. I jump at the sudden outburst. Yes? Help me lay out these cupcakes. Then if you wouldn't mind, sorry, can you help me with these? Just to bag to which Sayori nods cheerfully. I help with the cupcakes while Yuri starts putting up the decorations for Sayori. Meanwhile, Mola continues putting the pamphlets down. It isn't long before Natsuki has carefully arranged the cupcakes in neat formation. Each cupcake is cut with white icing and some kanji written in a variety of different colours and frostings. This is making me hungry. I want cake now. Well, these look really good. Great to make them literature club themed as well. Yeah, it's a good idea, huh? I wrote down words that specifically have to do with poetry and our poems too. Get a cupcake to show me. See, this one says create. Isn't that the kanji for use? As Natsuki furiously checks out the rest of the cupcakes to look for more mistaken characters, I glance over at Sayori and Yuri. We put a banner with an inspirational quote written on a colourful gradient of the colour of the sky. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends. That is a quote by German philosopher Scheitenaz? I can't, I can't do German names. I can't do anything other than English. He's had some very interesting thoughts, although there are some I don't quite agree with. Oh, I think I've heard of him. As usual, she hosts classes made for intelligence. It seems that they all hanged up certain origami paper tied to ribbons in the doorway. On closer inspection, each paper has different kanji characters written on it. Hey, looks like you did something similar to Natsuki with your kanji curtains. That's so. I'll have to take a look at what after she's done. After I finish setting up. I can't read. Gestures to a few candles and a wooden cylindrical shaped object. What's that? Yeah. And apparently you've also caught the bug that goes around. So it makes at least 2 of us. Yeah, I caught it last week. I'm now on the tail end of it. Yuri said that's an essential oils diffuser. A second. Same, it's kind of slow burning. Yeah. It just lingers and it's a pain. It's stuck in the back of my throat at the moment. Yes, it's for aromatherapy, one of my favourite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Perhaps some hot tea with her? I'm already one step ahead. I got one right here. Well, not that you can see it, but I've got a cup of red bush tea. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it works later. It looks like all the preparations are almost finished. I feel like there's something missing though. Suddenly I notice a large bag sitting forlornly by itself to the side. Sorry, did you mind handing me the sack you got? I'll help distribute all the stuff inside. Okay, here we go. Being inside, I can catch a few colourable bags tied neatly shut with ribbons. Yeah, just as I remember, her handiwork from yesterday really shows. I pull one out. Yurima can notice the bags, looking on with interest. So this is what you've been doing over the weekend. I love how these look. Both did a fantastic job. Yes, mostly sorry. I couldn't do the ribbon part if my life depended on it. I'm sure the contents are just as impressive as the exterior. What sort of things did you choose for the quotes? We had a lot of fun with that. She said she deliberately opens one of the bags, fishing at a quote. It's perfectly okay to write garbage as long as you edit it brilliantly. Wait, I didn't put this one in. Oh yeah, that one was mine. I thought it was kind of funny. Monica laughs while Yuri and Sayori looks as if they're trying to figure out what the punchline is. Well, that's one out of 3, so it isn't so bad. How about this one? I usually open another bar picking out the quote. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. Just force yourself to get something out on paper and tidy it up later. I like that one. Echo, after all, is pretty much true. If you never start, you can never make progress. Keeping your pen in the same spot would just result in a big puddle of ink. We couldn't find out who said that, which is a shame. Oh, have you guys tried the candy? Don't you think we should save those for the people we made them for? Oh, yeah. Natsuki's irritated voice rings over from across the classroom. Hey, if you guys finish over there, can you actually sort out Sayori's stuff? You know we have a festival to prepare for. The house and the rest of us share a guilty grin. Natsuki's right. I suppose. Natsuki raises a valid point. Yeah, let's get to it then. Develop into the sack and scoop out little bags going around the classrooms, setting them down at each desk. Printed a few quotes to put around the classroom, and it's not long before a few desks bear the wise words of writers and poets alike. Roy wanders over to the front door and sticks one of the quotes there. I'm impressed by her thinking everyone will see the quote that way. It doesn't take long to distribute all the little bags around the room. Out of the corner of my eyes, I spot Sayori trying to sneakily open a bag and put a candy in her mouth. Naturally, she drops the chocolate. Something's never changed. Ooh, I like that. That looks really cozy. By the time we finish, it looks like everyone else is done. Ooh. Also, can I just say, having candles next to paper bags is probably a terrible idea. And if you look at these candles, they're probably going to drip wax over the desks. The classrooms are darkened and lit up by an ambient lighting of the candles. A delicate floral scent rose through the air, courtesy of Yuri's essential oils. Jo and I head towards the other three, who are huddled near the front of the classroom, mumbling to each other. Is it about time to start yet? And why does that make me nervous? Almost, we wrote that we're going to start at 10 AM on our posters. That's in 10 minutes. My spider senses are tingling. Yeah, mine and yours both. Valid. Never mind, the desks are made out of wood too. Yeah, that's also bad. People, what? I don't know why this shade of color is giving me so much anxiety. I feel like something's gonna happen. I have a bad sense something's gonna happen. Are people actually gonna show up for this? Don't be so negative. Some people have shown up already. I'm sure more will follow and will file in soon. You guys don't have to worry so much about it. I've got full faith in all of you. Seeing all of your poems, it would be amazing watching each and every one of you find and nourish your unique writing styles. It smiles encouragingly at each of us. They're going to commit terrible acts of kindness, no doubt. I really hope that's the worst of it. Her credit, her words are helpful, even though I haven't been part of the club for long as the other three. Even Echo. That's okay. It was a joke, jeez. Or some humor would lighten the mood. Sorry, just trying to make sure everyone's in best frame of mind before we start. It's okay, we understand and appreciate that. Yeah, we know how much this club means to you. I want it to be a success just as much as you do. I'm gonna put it better myself, even though I've only been in the club a few days, it felt like home. Truth be told, I used to be kinda lonely. Knowing that I'm included in something with you guys always makes me feel better. Apart from Sayori on Sunday, I haven't told anyone about the loneliness I've been feeling. I haven't known how to react. They all turn to me, varying degree of emotion on face. Yuri impatient looks on the side while Yuri gives me an expression of concern. Trey looks a little sad remembering our conversation about this. It's okay, we can change that, remember. Like I said, if you're happy, you're welcome here. That's what we want. I agree, no one should feel alone. I know it's quite a difficult thing to experience. I feel a warm flush of gratitude at their words. Thanks guys, it means a lot. Also, Monica told us earlier, you might appreciate doing this. And no matter how the festival goes, I want to say thank you to all of you. All you guys that have disappeared. You've all been welcoming and accepting, and believe me, I appreciate that. So even if it doesn't go quite as planned, just know that I like the club, and I'm glad Sayori told me about it. If the others don't like what we have here, well, it's their loss, right? Everyone nods in agreement, smiling at me. I had no idea words would have such an impact, but I'm glad they did. It feels so rewarding to be able to give back to the club for a change. Monica turns to me, eyes shining with appreciation. Thank you. You're right. Hearing those words from a newcomer makes me feel like I've succeeded in my goals as president. After all, I created a place where people can feel comfortable and share literature, and what you just said makes me feel warm and it's worth it. And face the others. See guys, if we can show Eka how amazing this club is, who's to say we can't show other students the same? You'll see us soon, you'll see them as potential club members. Definitely got an inspiring way of words. Yeah, good thinking. What's the worst that could happen? You can't say that. Whenever someone says what's the worst that could happen, but yeah, but if anyone say anything bad about my cupcake, I'm gonna kill them. I wouldn't lie to you, I'm still quite nervous, but after what Eckert said, I realised there might be other lonely people out there. This club would be a perfect place. Yeah, if she needs killing people, she carries on plenty of knives with her. We might even find more manga enthusiasts. Now that's just fair, let's go show the rest of the club what the club's about. I don't care, a few people wander in the room, curiously looking around. Wada confidently walks over and greets them, and so it begins. Meet the newcomers and settle them in the desk throughout the classroom. Some people are helping themselves to cupcakes and notice Natsuki keeping an eye on them. Meanwhile, Yuri is nervously looking through a pamphlet. I can see her tongue having the words to a poem. No, well, I think I should be getting some extra practice in. Whose idea was to turn off the lights? I think that was Yuri's. Before I can do that, Monica heads towards me with a soaring toe. Showtime, everyone. Let's do this. Time to get this over with. We can do this. We group up and stand together at the front of the classroom. Monica steps to the podium, clears her throat, drawing the room's attention. Okay, welcome to Literature Club poetry performance. My name is Monica, as some of you may know. Girl sitting in front of the class, wave at her. I'm president of the club. Accompanying me is Vice President Sayori. Hi. Just hi. And the rest of our club members, Yuri, Natsuki, and the last but not least, Echo. The truly useless one. We all wave back to the students with a varying degree of enthusiasm. I hope that you all enjoy your poetry and be able to help contribute to a memorable festival. Literature is amazing. It's in its ability to connect us to human conditions, and we really hope that this event will encourage others to participate. Our clubs will gladly welcome any new members, from those who love words and writing as well, to anyone who just curious and wants to learn more. After the scheduled performance, we'll be opening up the stage for anyone who wants to perform, so don't be shy. And now, without further ado, I'll start with my poem, The Way They Fly. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri and I head off to settle down in the frontmost desk, saving the seats at the end for Monica. She stands there alone, yet still radiating confidence. After flashing a smile and winks at us, she begins. Each word is crystal clear and exudes emotion. Somehow her reaction is even better than it was only a few days ago. She must have practiced hard to achieve perfection. Classroom is silent at first, drinking in her words. After a few moments, however, some whispering starts up at the back of the club. I guess that's inevitable, but doesn't make it any less annoying. I exchange a look at Natsuki, who rolls her eyes at the disruption. She pats my hand and gives me an encouraging smile. Yes, and more and more people wander in. Normally this would be a good thing, but they're making a lot of noise. Thankfully they simmered down, but once Monica's speaking, but the damage had already been done. She ends her poem, last few resonating in the classroom. A round of applause filled the room, and Monica beams at everyone, patiently waiting for the finish. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and that gave you a flavour of what this club is like. For the newcomers, welcome. We're just in the midst of showing you all our poems. For the benefit of those who just joined, she quickly reintroduces everyone. Okay, next up is Natsuki. Take it away. Stumbles slightly as she makes her way to the front of the class. I guess nerves are really getting to her. It doesn't help us that some snickers causing her to turn a glare at them. If notes that and hastens to shoot a smile. Natsuki stands at the front of the classroom with a poem in her hands, slight trace of irritation still visible in her face. I'd be more concerned about her killing someone. What's called jump. Takes a deep breath and begins to recite. And just as hoping, she can interject her trademark punchy style into performance, bringing the words to life. Doesn't radiate because Monica did, but her unique style shines through, giving the poem a flow and rhythm while it's simple and effective. As I start picking up on newcomers having their own conversations in the back. I'm hit with a sudden surge of anger. How can I be so inconsiderate? Clear they aren't paying attention, and from the pause and change in her tone, she clearly picked up on it. Why can't I save the stupid selfish conversation for after the performance? When it comes to end, unlike Monica, there's a slight awkward moment of silence. Once again, the round of applause, but the audience engagement isn't quite as strong. Great performance. I really like the rhythm of that poem. Forces the smile and makes her way down to her seat. It's clear that she's upset. Anyway, Sayori's up next. Hello, I hope you like my poem. Julie skips up to the stage, power in her hand. She turns to face us, looking a little nervous, fidgeting slightly. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Just remember what we've practiced. I've got full faith in you. Yeah, you got this. What's the worst you could do? My mouth. Begins to poem her soft, which guides us through this. Okay, I did say I like this music. It's starting to get a bit obnoxious now. Contrast between her cheerful inflections and bittersweet nature. In the corner, I noticed people casually flicking cupcake wrappers onto the floor along with candy wrappers lying on the table. This is going sideways. Worse still, the talking is getting louder and more noticeable. Michael looked at the Vtubers frowning at them. One are using a loud law, making absolutely no effort to hide it. Everyone picks up one of those quotes and nudges their friend. The music's dying. They both frown and laugh at the message, and I get the horrible feeling it's more mocking kind of laughter. At this point, I'm seeing red. If I was in school, I probably would have punched these inconsiderable people by now. No one should be this rude to Sayori. I'll be the sweetest person I've met. Despite how obvious disruption, she's still trying her best to make a difference. To look at the poem is still commendable. She manages to work the contrast of enthusiasm against the words in her favour. Adds a good depth to the poem. I'd love to see more of this. Brings the poem to a close, hands slightly shaking. Lovely poem. You really brought that one to life. Thank you. Turns off of it, it's like how it was on Friday. Just everyone in the room. Just a polite reminder that it would be much appreciated if everyone could give our poets some respect while they're performing. Stern look on. Well, Natsuki looks positively furious. She's gonna kill someone. Natsuki, thank you, the stage is yours. The music is going funny. Yuri is looking terrified at this point. Sorry, that's a squeeze, and I lean over, whispering you. You've got this. Just pretend it's only me, Natsuki, and Monica. I can't do this. Yes, you can, I believe. I've seen how passionate you become. You talk about. Okay, I love that. Seeing that side of you. Besides, like I said, the club could be a perfect place for these people. We just don't know yet. None of my words. Okay, thank you. In chest, avoiding eye contact with everyone she walks up. Take a glance across against the stage, although she quickly ducks behind. One is called the after image of the Crimson Eye. Much covers as she starts, but unlike her sight a few days ago, remain well into the poem. She determinedly for the head, but I can tell she's not enjoying it in the slightest. The rest of the class, momentarily subdued by Monica's words, soon begin to grow louder again. But a few lines of poem, they are more unruly than before. The crinkling of wrappers fill the air, and a few points Yuri is almost drowned out by voices. Noting as well, her eyes glued to the poem now, trying the hardest to ignore everyone. By Will's versus Yuri calling her to jump and lose her head. She's shaking like a leaf. This is absolutely horrible behaviour. Open mouth to say something. Uh-oh. Natsuki stands up, a loud scraping noise from her pushing away from the desk, drawing attention to the students. Can you all shut up? I'm sick of how rude you guys can be. And I bet to show you something amazing here, and you're just here to stomp all of our hard work like that? Unbelievable. I don't understand how people can be this arrogant, and this is plain terrible. Don't want to interrupt you, but I can't stand anymore. You might as well leave if you aren't going to pretend to pay attention. There's a complete silence for a beat. I only came here for food, let's go. Goes to the fall out the door. No change of face. Looks like she's struggling to stay calm for everyone. 2 moments, there's barely anyone left. Speaking again, but her voice is barely audible. Certain signs accompanying her words. There's a weak stammering of applause sounds from the few who are left. While looking at her face, she won't look at us either. Okay. As cracks to speak, she's trying her best to see through this. I don't know any could have predicted I would turn out this way. Thank you, you did wonderfully. I'm sincerely sorry for all the disruptions and sheer arrogance you had to endure. Those kind of people are really the worst. Those who are left, I thank you for staying and apologize as well. This is definitely not a normal occurrence for a literature club, I can assure you. Well, let's finish this off with Edgar then. The truly useless one. The heavy heart slowly get up on stage. I'm appalled by the sight of the classroom. Candies and wrappers on the floor, coats lay tossed, with many of the cards now featuring prints over the words. The remnants of goodie bags are left ripped apart on desks. Even the kanji curtains look tangled up and messy. The only new students left, the ones who waved at Monica at the beginning. This is what you saw. No wonder she didn't want to look up at the people. I do this? The others finished their poem. Look at the clock. Only been 20 minutes. Taking a shy breath, I begin to speak. Hello, everyone. I take center part as well to both those who checking out the club today and those who be in it. But despite everything with what happened, I can say I'm glad I joined and got to meet amazing people. I believe you guys will love it here as much as I do. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy my Acquainted with the Night. I started reading and struck again with the beauty of the poem. The lonely and isolation conveyed so aptly I can relate to a lot of these feelings. It wouldn't be as good as the others reciting, but I can only hope I'll be able to do the poem justice. Heat break. When is something bad gonna happen? Both of doing both poet and the club presence strengthened my spirit. I managed to fight through the depressing mood. The club suits the lines of the poem, and my sight seems to fly by rather quickly. Excellent! What a great way to round off the event. As I step down from the stage, Monica stands up and addresses the room. Thank you for coming and staying. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. That's it for the scheduled sessions, but you're free to stay and hang out if you want. It's an awkward silence for a few moments, then the remaining students start to stand up. Here again are you two echo. Didn't know you were in this club. First time before us is actually my homeroom class representation. Given both Monica and the class reps, they probably have friends. Yeah, I only joined about a week ago, so yeah, I see. Yep. Hey, so by the way, the way you guys were treated was seriously awful. Yeah, it's fine. Thanks for staying. Either way, sorry about that. Okay, I'll check out the club sometime. Here's a small, impulsive smile, but I'm torn between whether it's pity or sympathy. Start to fire out the classroom with a few more goodbyes. Because there's a strange smell blasted. When I face me, Sayori has her head buried in her arms. While Natsuki is staring straight, like gritting her teeth, and Sayori looks down at her desk, picking at a spot on the vanished wood. Oh, that's a mess. Say there's tension there would be a massive understatement. The silence in the room made worse by the sense of awkwardness. No one knows what to say. No one except the festival, but it ends this way, the impact is hitting us all. So that could have gone better. My attempt at a humor falls flat, and I immediately regret speaking. Well, that's not good. Doki gives me a dirty look, but not so he smiles wantonly. Meanwhile, it looks like Monica's face has finally fallen. I don't understand, where did we go wrong? Was all preparing for this after all our effort? The first time the outgoing confident Monica seems to radiate has sniffed out. She clearly cared a lot about this event. I know, I don't get it either. I thought you guys did all such a good job as well. The decoration recites, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not your fault anyway. She glanced weakly at me. Glancing around, I noticed Yuri and Natsuki seemed particularly upset, with Yuri looking absolutely dejected and Natsuki steaming mad. This is your fault, Monica. I told you this was a stupid idea. None of us was even comfortable with doing it in the first place, and now look where it landed us. Excuse me, my fault? You all agreed to do this. Pardon me for thinking it would actually go well. What's so wrong with that? We only agreed because we felt like you were forcing us. I was really hoping it wouldn't happen, given everyone's low moods. An argument is the last thing we need. Don't force anyone, Natsuki. You know how much this club means to me. I was just excited to show what we had for the rest of school. Yeah, because that was such a good idea, wasn't it? I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, you know. Why can't you try being positive for once in your life? It's funny you should say that, because I'm really starting to get sick of your self-righteousness. Know-it-all attitude. We told this is a bad idea, but no. I had to insist on this, even though no one was happy with it. For a reason, look how much Echo enjoys it here. Is it really so reasonable to think that we could have found someone else like him? Or is it just too positive for you to even fathom? This is awful. This is awful. The other students were bad enough, but now Monica, now she is going at your throats. Look how badly everyone was humiliated, how inconsiderate all those. At a moment, her anger debilitating her ability to speak. Those people were to all of us. They didn't care a single bit about anything we had to say. What did one? He's only here for the food? All that havoc just for nothing. She angrily kicks one of the desks. Noise jolts Yuri, who stands up. Do you know? Please, can you calm down? Being aside, you had to experience the worst of it. I don't get why you're not mad either. There's no point being mad. Monica, she didn't want this to happen. She had no idea people would react this way. It's bad enough the students were rude, and I really don't like fighting inside the club room itself. Yeah, but if Monica had listened to us when we said we weren't comfortable with the whole idea, this wouldn't have happened. Monica says this is kind of conflict she generally leaves Sayori to deal with. In this case, Sayori looks too distraught to intervene. Look, you're not understanding. It is sometimes you have to take risks. Sure, this didn't go so well, but there could always be a chance. It wouldn't have ended like this, and we could have had new members. Seems to me, I mean, you of all people can understand that the best, right, Echo? You made the choice to come here, and look how much you enjoyed it. Don't try to suck up to him. Face it, you never listen to us, your club members, or take our opinions into account. Tell me I'm not alone. Oh great, now I have to choose sides. I really don't want to do this. I desperately look at Yuri and Sayori, but both seem too upset to get involved. And if we're being perfectly honest, she wouldn't let anyone say no. Kind of pressured and gaslit people into saying yes. Really hate to be taking sides. Monica's a present, so I hope she won't take it personally. Monica, believe me when I say I know this means a lot to you. I've only been here for a few days and I can really see that. In fact, it means a lot to all of us. It's so much for the club that we're able to soldier on and performing despite everything we got. But at the same time, perhaps she has a point. You are clearly the most enthusiastic about the festival of everyone here. As clear as she's frustrated, it wouldn't surprise me if she's disappointed in us. Well, pardon me for wanting the club to do well. Why is everyone so against it? I didn't force any of you to agree. I thought you'd use the weekend to practice. That should have been plenty of time. The way you pushed us into it, it felt like we didn't have a choice. You didn't have to agree. You don't know how to stand up for yourselves. Okay? You know how hard it is enough. You know how it is. It's hard enough as it is to go against your friends, but when your friends have such high expectations for everything on top of that, it's easy to get swept up in trying to keep everyone happy, and on top of that, not everyone here is outspoken as you. Exactly. That's not the point. Anyway, you all did fine in your first recital during the club meeting. Everything should have gone well. It's just we never expected people would act this way. If the event had been a success, you can bet this conversation wouldn't be happening. But if we never decided to do anything for the festival, then we wouldn't have to deal with all this mess anyway. But we had to do something for the festival. Do you want this club to remain stagnant forever? Is this place just supposed to be some hangout for 5 people? It's a fierce glint in his eyes. I'm almost afraid of speaking up. It seems I'm the only one who actually wants the club to do well, the only one who strives for greater heights. And how is anyone ever going to do that? See how amazing we've built it if no one shows it to anyone. What's wrong with the club being small? I'd rather have a few people who really care than a ton of idiots who are only here because of your popularity. Quality is more important than quantity after all. I'm sure others would agree on that front as well. Suddenly Monica turns to face me. I wouldn't lie, it's scary having to see the full force of the normally cool-headed diplomatic leader tempers. Oh, with all due respect, you haven't even been here for a week. How would you, of all people, know what the other members want? Monica echoing means well. But it looks like she's about to say more, but when Wyvern look, Monica stops her in her tracks. Yeah, she's kind of out of control here. It's sure that many villains throughout history only meant well too. Now you're just being unfair. No, you know what's really unfair? What's unfair is the fact I'm the one who's always has to pick up the slack. I'm the one who has to take the blame for all the mistakes. Do you think it's easy to have to live with everyone's expectations? Otherwise, I guess it's too much for you to understand, Natsuki. After all, you always keep the blame onto others and criticize everyone but yourself. Why don't you go do some introspection for once in your life, and might be able to see why you barely have any friends? There's a silence for a moment. A silence that lengthens into impossible long minutes. I look towards Yuri and Sayori for help. Both look understandably shocked by Monica's words. Yuki's face go red, and it looks like she's starting to tear, despite her best attempt keeping up a hostile look. Monica, on the other hand, turns away so she can't see her face. Yuri, Sayori, and I exchange a series of looks and expressions as the sign stretches out. There's a visible game of eyebrow charade going on between the three of us. None of us know what to do, to say, or to break the silence as everyone has to. I believe I have the two of them to rely on, though they had experienced the disaster the festival was too. They were still fighting for their own emotions to try to keep us clubbed together. The only sound right now is sniffle noise comes from Natsuki. Hard as it can be to break it. Somehow the three of us managed to soundlessly decide that it is up to me to speak up. But what can I do? Surprised by Monica's final interruption, so shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I was looking back on what I said, and well, if someone had said those things about me, I'd be upset to say it at least. But she just broke me, I guess. I really do have tons of things going on in my life, but that doesn't excuse my actions. I shouldn't assume things about your lives when I have no idea what struggles you're going through either. Don't expect you to forgive me anytime soon. Just know that I'm sorry. Turns away, but Sayori shoots me a hopeful look. I think it's safe to say that words were said that no one really intended. Tensions were obviously running high after the disaster that was the festival turned out to be. But I guess everything just boiled over in an argument. I agree, and it just goes to show how much we all care about the club and each other. If we didn't care, we wouldn't be feeling so horrible. Okay, you're good at organisation of these kinds of things, so I really see why you wanted it to succeed the way you did. It's only normal. But you should have remembered that we all choose to come here for a reason, and that's because we enjoy it here, we really care. So if it seems like we're blaming you for everything going wrong, because it's definitely no one's fault. Monica slowly turns back to faces, but you have to admit you were kind of harsh to Natsuki. She stops moving, causing Sayori to speed on with her speech. Anyway, I'm so glad you apologized in the end, because we're all friends here and we need to stick together. We shouldn't be fighting when we hit obstacles, we should support each other. But I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive her, Natsuki, even though she says some really mean things. Hopefully we can move on first and become closer than ever. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, I believe the best thing we can do right now is try to forgive each other and learn from this experience. Lisa is now looking. Natsuki misses her glades, looking down at the ground. Tears streaking cheeks. Guys, thank you for being the best clubmans I could wish for. Now that's about it. It's really me who's in the wrong here. Should accept it if you guys weren't quite into the festival idea. As I was, it was wrong of me to push you into something you weren't comfortable with. Well, that's all said and done. No use crying over spilt milk, right? No, a good president wouldn't have pressured the people into doing this. Looking back, I can see how selfish and blind I've been. Everyone has momentary lapse of judgment, and you shouldn't blame yourself for that. Yuri, after all, you made this lovely club for us. We owe you for that. Natsuki, Pluto, what I said, I was jumping to conclusions and making false assumptions. As well, your friends, although I can't blame you if you don't want to call me a friend anymore. Your baby answered Yuri, left the two looking like she's holding her breath. He just leaves, took smaller than ever and so alone. Actually, even more than ever. Whatever, it's fine. The only thing I ask, on the floor, ceiling, to open for the right words to appear in front of her. I just want us to stop fighting. I want this club to get away from all the junk. I don't want things to be ruined. So yeah, things go back to normal, I'll forgive you. And we say this room's a mess. We need to clean it up. Forgot I knew my mic. I might have to end this early because my throat is not being nice. Thank you for putting the club above your own feelings. Yeah, I don't think I'm wrong in saying that we all appreciate it. You guys should hack it out. Till I'm really grateful for that. Flinches away. I'm sorry, I should have known it'd be too soon. No, it's fine. Smiling, it may take some time for reconciliation to be finished with, but I'm happy everyone is trying their best. Yeah, reconciliation can take a long time. No, that's quite alright. Well, close enough. That spell holding us in place has seemed to be broken. Anyone want to check out the rest of the festival? No, I feel quite exhausted after the emotional stress we just endured. Me too. All I want to do is take a long nap. Ha 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 ha. As long as it's not the permanent kind that involves you hanging around. Same here, honestly. We still have to clean up the classroom, though. We all muchly turned to face the mess the visitors left. Blankly, I'm not sure. I'm not looking forward to cleaning that up. Now, do we have to? You don't want to betray our club advisor's trust now, do you? Why are you always right, Yuri? Look at it, even a smile. I don't like that. That made me unsettled. I'm sure that it's less work than it looks. It's fine if we leave if some of us leave early. Yeah, okay, you want to? How about you walk Natsuki home for a change? I'm sure that Sayori's sick of your company by now, huh? Not like in such a casual way too. This way it doesn't look like she's babying you or anything. Hey, no fair. I want to go home too. It's a pout, but quickly begins to smile on her face. Come on guys, the faster we get done, the faster we'll go home. After exchanging goodbye, I walk up the class with Natsuki. Surreal to hear the sound of chatter and laughter floating towards us. That's my opinion. I'm not quite sure whether I should try to cheer her up or just leave her alone. I've got a vending machine in the hall and decide on the former. You want a snack? A sugary treat cheers me up. Yeah, sure, I guess. What you want? It doesn't really matter, but chocolate's pretty good. Taking some change out of my pocket. In a few moments, a solid funk from the bottom of the machine. I do a bar of chocolate. I picked one of my favorites, so we have some to taste. White chocolate? Not bad. Amisha likes it. But she carefully places the snack in her bag. You're not going to eat it. I'm startled. Jumps away. I guess she's feeling shaky. No, I kind of like to save things in my own time. Not a bad idea. Then blue for snacks myself. I guess I like to try to make things last as long as possible. That's understandable. Is that due to the full reason that she doesn't eat? We have aside in a bubble of companionship that seems to include just the two of us that makes the festival seem distant. Reach this good entrance, I break the silence. Which way you headed? I'm going that way. Left, me wavy smile. I'm the opposite direction. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay? Yeah. It's okay if I keep coming to the club, right? Yeah, what do you mean? Of course you can. I mean, we're all going to expect you back there. Never mind, see ya. At that, she whirls around and darts away, leaving behind nothing but confusion in the air. I'll ask about tomorrow. It's time to make the trek home. Though now that I think, but there's nothing for me back home except anime and video games. I'll probably spend tonight stewing over the questions and morning already. Runners fumbles as I reach for the alarm clock. And I feel like sinking in the depths of my bed. Is it natural to feel tired after waking up? What's the time? 10:30. Oh no. I pretty much missed the first two classes. Should I go to school today or should I just cut my losses and skip? I feel a fierce battle rages within my mind as I lay there. After a beat, I leap out of bed and begin throwing on my uniform. I don't even want to go to school, but strange I feel compelled to. Yes, Mom really trained me well. No time to eat breakfast today. To be honest, I'm too lazy to cook anything anyway. It took you 19 minutes to get dressed. Yikes, I'm making good time. Hang on. It's Saturday. So we jump out of bed. It really hits me. All the nervous tension drains out of my body, leaving me slunched over and exhausted. Now I'm out of bed, might as well do something productive. Or I'll get changed into normal clothes first. Me. At least there's no school to get through today, although unfortunately the club is still feeling the effects of the festival. Thankfully the awkward atmosphere is only settled by even I, a newbie, can see that everyone's been treading on eggshells. I hope things go back to normal, but this way I could easily see everyone drifting apart. Doki hasn't spoken to me about things yet either. Yeah, I could talk to her about the festival argument the day after, but I didn't figure a way to confront her about it. Maybe just me being blah 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 blah. Hope they at least took a shower. I hope so. Probably just me being too reclusant to bring things up, but I've never really found the right time to talk. You should get out of the house for once and stop thinking about these things. It'd be a nice change of pace from staying on my computer all day. Gotta get rid of that pasty pale complexion. The weather isn't bad today. It's a regular summer day. Not too hot and not too cold. Just me, my bag, and come to think of it, I don't even know where I'm headed. Maybe I'll text her to see if she's doing anything. Or she's probably not awake yet. I'm gonna hang out for a while, so it might prove to be a nice surprise. The more I think, the more appealing the idea becomes. I can't imagine the festival of will probably upset her, given she cares for the club and everybody else. I want her to see she's okay and take her mind off it. Because I can't imagine she's really got much going on either. Get my phone, shoot her a message. Hey, what's up? No reply. The time knows her she's probably still sleeping. I suppose anything before noon is considered early. Then again, not much better. The only reason I'm up so early is because I thought it was a school day. Okay, can I just say the pace, the days in this universe are completely macked up, because the last Friday where we discussed what we're gonna do, we said we'll meet them on the Sunday, and yet we say see you tomorrow on the Friday, and the festival was on a Monday, which was yesterday, but somehow today is Saturday. The days don't add up. Perhaps it was already past midnight. I maybe. But the days in this world seem to be a bit messed up. I used to joke when they called me nocturnal, like I was a vampire. Thinking about it, giving my sleep cycles, he wasn't wrong. Shame I don't have the ability to turn into a bat though. Or super speed. But at least the weather's nice. It's early October now, which is best of both worlds. As it's not quite as hot as it was in summer, and the real bite of winter hasn't kicked in. Fairly warm with fluffy white clouds accompanying the blue skies. Perching down in the bed, I aimlessly flick through my phone while I wait for Sayori's reply. Finally, my phone goes off. Sorry about the delay, I just woke up. All day. Don't worry about it. Just wondered if you wanted to go to the park or something. It's a nice day after all. Sure thing, which one? Well, you'll see. I'll keep it a surprise. Yeah, sounds fun. Give me a few minutes to get ready. Yep, let me know when you're dressed and I'll meet you outside your house. Alrighty. I don't know because are we in Act 2 yet? We have to be in Act 2, but at the same time, it's supposed to be meaningful choices here, but we haven't actually seen a single meaningful choice. Really, we could side with people and stuff like that, but nothing that really makes me think, ooh, that's an important choice. So I'm a bit confused. Also, so is the whole first half just completely nothing? 3 routes, 20 hours of content, good and bad endings. Yeah, so this just should be, but I'm not sure what's going on. So much time we spent exploring, we used to get tons of ice cream at the playground after working the puppy dog eyes on our parents. In fact, I think he was at the very park when I first met her. It's a thing about ice cream, not even surprised that we met, and initially bonded over food. Good times. Never notification. Okay, I'm coming out now. Hey, so until we make our way over. I'm already reminded of the time we spent together last Saturday. Hoping it's just as enjoyable. The last time she learned a little bit more about me, I didn't get to learn much about her. Well, in the time we've been apart, I've got no idea how she's finding school, what her interests are, and her plans for the future. I know you said it's meant to be a surprise, but can I get a tiny hint? Should I? Please, after all, it's super early. It's 11:30. It's almost noon. Yeah, super early. I mean, she's not wrong. I suppose you got a point. Alright. Leaning conspicuously. This is super top secret. Understood. I gave you the code name childhood. What would you think? Bunches of face of fiddling with front of her hair. Oh, I know. She's getting it on her first try. I'd be mighty impressed. Now take me back to elementary school, are you? Well, that hope got shot down. I'll help but sigh. No, worth a shot. Give you another hint. You remember when we first met? Wasn't in elementary school, is it? If you say that one more time. Yeah, kidding. You're kind of funny to wind up sometimes. Makes a change from you being mean. You love it really. It's the only way I can get you back from all those tricks you used to play on me. Riggs, I don't know what you're talking about. The child grin begins their face. But I'm glad I tried to text her instead of going back to sleep. What about the time you told my mum that I threw that tennis ball at you so she'd make me give you my candy? All that time we climbed up a tree and got stuck. I told you it'd be too high, but you didn't listen. My dad had to get us down. Although that climb was pretty fun, the view was incredible. It wasn't all bad. Yeah, I know, it was all good-natured. We used to get up to so much mischief. We sure did. Anyway, I think I know where we're going. Haku Park, right? Ah, so there's something in that head of yours after all, then. Hey. That was a bit mean. So we're here. Yeah, I like this place. I've been here in so long. Yep, me neither. We take seats on a wooden bench which affords us a lovely view of the park around us. Children are playing all sorts of ball games and their parents chit-chat anonymously. Dogs are running around as their owners laugh and chase them. But here's why it feels like I'm at home. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop speaking. I'm gonna have to end it there. My throat is playing up, so I'm gonna have to end it here. We will continue this, I suppose. I will admit, the more I'm playing this, the more and more it's becoming a bit meh. Yeah, you also need good sleep to recuperate. Yeah, I got 3 hours sleep last night, so yeah, I do need sleep. um, yeah, I will just say the more. This is like we haven't had any meaningful choices yet, and what we've been. I look here, we are probably. That's bad. Go back to bed, sir. Yeah, not yet. We've done what? We've been hour today, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. So in 5 hours of content, first three, 2 to 3 was revisiting old. Well, first four of it was revisiting old content in the base game, and now we're into the new stuff, and we've still yet to see any meaningful choices. Everything that happens just get resolved in that moment. Like the thing has been sorted. It's yeah, it's kind of at the moment. I was planning to play through it all, but I am really rethinking that now because instead of really filling it out of interesting story, it's just kind of it's just a lot of filler, and I got no clue what direction it's going in. Like the festival was bringing in this. The festival was kind of interactivity in stories gets really tricky to write really fast. Yeah, but ignoring the interactivity as well, we finally begin to get some. We had the good times at the first half of the game for the first 4 hours of the game, which I think was a bit too long for an introduction. Introduction, I would call it the introduction to all the characters for that. That's a bit too long. And then we finally see some trouble and like tense situation running coming up then at the end of the festival, but then they kind of just plateau it. It goes from being okay, stuff's starting to pick up, something's starting to happen, and then they go, oh, but we all sorted out, and it's like, well, I said, so it just kind of fell flat. Like the argument bit was good, but it just kind of got, it kind of just dulled out and flattened out with it just being like, now what? Also, Sayori doesn't nearly, it does not portray anywhere near the things of the last game. Like, I'm pretty sure a bad ending here is just going to be, oh, you're no longer friends. So it's like, well, so it's just like, it's a, yeah, I don't know. It just seems kind of, I don't, my, lots of choices can get complicated, and that's all right. I get that. If you can make it good without that, that's fine. But I just find like there's nothing. I'm playing the game because I'm hoping for something to happen. Nothing's happening that really entices me into playing more. Rather than just playing for the fact I want to finish it. And it's not really anything, nothing really that funny has happened. Something, something spooky to happen? Yeah, that would be good. Or anything to happen would be good. Like any sort of conflict would be good. Because the only bit of conflict, we've had two lots of conflict, all of which got resolved in the same, within the same section or the same day. So because this time round, Sayori's depression magically cured itself. it's not. It was hinted toward again. It was hinted towards the start of the game. On the day where she chooses what we're doing, and then it just kind of disappeared, which is weird. Yuri's things with Yuri's harming of herself, that isn't anywhere. The poems kind of loosely said about it and pushed that thing subtly, which was good, but then it didn't come to anything. And we don't do any of you had absolutely nothing of Natsuki's problems. She's just kind of always there's this happy and cheery, which I guess is fine, but it's just kind of there's nothing there. So whether or not I continue this, I want to finish it just for the sake of finishing it. But I'm feeling a lot less like I don't think I'm gonna bother doing 100% of it because there's it's just there's nothing there entices me. Or if I do go through it, I'm probably just gonna skip all the scene dialogue again. Makes sense. But you also need to take care of yourself. Yeah, well, this is my free time. And plus, if I wasn't streaming it, I'd still be playing it anyway. So I like streaming things because I'm gonna be doing it anyway, so at least streaming it, I find when streaming things I can enjoy the game better. How I enjoy the game more when I stream, I don't know, but it does. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I might do something different. I think I might just take a step back from this game for a day or two and then come back to it, hopefully then get it going. Also, I'm noticing that doing all the talking at the moment with my throat isn't a good idea either. So anyway, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, I've got a link to my Discord in the description, and you can also do exclamation mark Discord on Twitch to find it as well. If you do enjoy it, consider subscribing. That's always helpful. I want to grow a bit, or following on Twitch, that also works. So yeah, thank you and good night. Goodbye and good night.